My friend is popping and we on there popping, these bitches is blocking the view. Oh! Hey guys! Okay, so today we're doing another little story time about the time that I almost got kidnapped in Paris. So this story, it starts out like in the middle of the vacation I had. Also, if you guys don't know that I went to Paris, just look at my other story time. I think it's my first one here. First story time where I went to Paris and all that vacation stuff, that story, go look back at that so that you know what happened before, how I got there. So yeah, I was in Paris. It was probably like the middle of the week. Probably was like what, a Saturday or something, because we went on like I think it was like a Friday. No, when the fuck did we go? Anyways, it was the middle of our stay. So then we have always kept going to the same club because we were just so used to it. So we just went to that one all the time. So we went to that one, and then that's the one with the shower time, go dancers and everything, all that good stuff. So then it was like the middle of the week, and then at that time we had already went to like 2 or 3 times. I was used to going there. I just wanted to go there again. But Brandon's the guy that I went to Paris with. That's his little code name for us. I was with him, and then that night he did not want to go to the club. He was like tired and whatever. I'm like, okay, but low key I still want to go to the club. I was bored, but at the same time, that was my first mistake, because I should have never took my little anxious self out there into the streets of Paris by myself in the middle of the night. No, I almost got kidnapped. When I tell you my life flashed before my eyes that night, I thought that was it. You know when you see the bright light and flashing of all the moments in your life? I felt it that night, because I thought I was either going to be on the street all night, get kidnapped, sex trafficked, no one to be able to find where I am, and it would have been over for me. So it's the night that I want to go to the club, so I'm getting ready, excited. I'm like, Brendan, let's go to the club. It's not too late for you to come with me. Get ready, come on, let's get dressed, let's go turn up. We're in Paris. But he wasn't budging, so he stayed there, and I was contemplating either taking the train or a lift over there. So I took a lift. That was like a 20-minute lift. I don't know what the fuck was going on in my mind, because I took a lift in the middle of the streets of Paris at night. It was like a 30-minute ride, kind of, and like, I didn't know where I was going, but I'm just trusting this driver. I could have got trafficked and kidnapped in that car too, but I'm trusting this driver, trusting the city. I'm crazy. I'm a Sagittarius. I do random stuff out of nowhere without thinking about it first. I'm crazy. I'm in the lift, and then at that moment, I'm just like, okay, but I go turn up, low-key shook, like, oh, why did I leave by myself? It's starting to settle in, like, you left by yourself, what are you doing? But then I see the Eiffel Tower in my window, glowing up bright, yellow, beautiful looking, and I'm just like, oh, this might be a good night. And no, it was not. That was a sign from Paris, like, go the fuck back home. That bright little tower was like, your last beacon call, girl. Go home now. And I get to the club. I'm there. It's not really the same without Brendan there, because it's just like, okay, I'm by myself, kind of bored, low-key, but still having fun, drinking, turning up, listening to music, talking to people. There's some like nice little people that night too. It was fun a little bit, but it was fun at first before it got deadly and scary. I watched the shower time like about 4 times now. And mind you, I left at like what, 12 o'clock or something. I wanted to go for like 2 hours and a half, whatever, and then come back because the place closed at 4 o'clock. So it's around like 1:30. Okay, I got there at like 12:30ish. It's around 1:30. I'm like, okay, I'm getting tired. I'm about to leave. I'm gonna leave at 2. So 2 o'clock comes. I'm getting ready to call my lift, and I get one, right? But then he calls me. He's like, oh, A bunch of French words I don't understand. He's trying to figure out where I am. And I'm like, oh no, how are you here? Because I see him in the area, but he's not near me. The thing is, there was construction near the club that I was at. So they didn't realize to go around it. And they definitely didn't realize because I couldn't tell them to go around it. Because I didn't speak French. So that first driver was struggling to figure out where I am. He cancels the ride on me. So that whole situation took about 30 minutes, right? So I'm like, okay, now I just had a lift, it canceled on me. What am I going to do now? Let me call it again. Mind you, I don't even know if I got the money back for that at that instant moment, or since he canceled it, I got my money back straight away. But the thing is, the lifts there were not cheap. Like, they were like the high 70s in American US money, but in euros it was saying like 35 euros. Like, it said it cheaply, but it was really like $80-$70 in real American money. And so I'm wasting that trying to get back home and not freaking out because I only went there with like $500. So, and I had already spent some, like half of it by the time the middle of the vacation was there. So I called my next lift. Okay, now you gonna focus. So I called my next lift, and the same thing happens again. He does not know where I am. And then it sells in on me because now it's like 2:50. The place closes at 4. If I'm here when this place closes, I'm on the street. So then I call my next lift, right? And I'm trying to figure out where he is. I leave the club so I could go try to find him myself, because I see where he's at on the location, but I'm trying to walk to him or something. That was the bad idea, because what happened before that, I was in the club and this German guy with a big trench coat, real scary, kept trying to talk to me, kept trying to say, oh, you want to come home with me, or you need a ride home, I'll give you a ride home. And I'm like, no, because anyway I get in somewhere with you, my body will not be fat. I'm thinking, okay, I need to stay away from this man. And then when I walk the corner, I'm searching for the lift outside of the club, and I shouldn't even left the club because they have a rule like if you leave you can't come back in. So that was just one thing. But I'm outside looking for the driver, and then I see that same German guy around the corner. He's like, oh, you need a ride home, where do you want to go? And I'm like, oh, no, I'm not going anywhere with you. But he's already like lurking around the corner. He walks away from me, but I can still feel him like lurking around the dark alleys and everything. And then that next ride cancels again. So I rush back to the club. I'm talking to the bouncer like, please sir, can I get back in? Please, please. I know what you said. I don't have anyone friends with me. I'm by myself. I just need to be inside safely so that I can call my ride. I'm waiting for my ride. He's like, and he looks at me like a good 2 minutes like, okay, come in. He knew, girl. He knew. Like, I'm not from here. I will die tonight. Please don't put it on your conscience. So he lets me back in the club, and then I'm like freaking out because now it's like 3:10. We close at 4 o'clock. I need a savior right now. So I call Brendan because now it's like, okay, please Brendan, be up so you can come get me and I can survive and live my life the rest of my life. I don't live the rest of my life. So I'm calling him. The first call rings out. I call him again. That rings out. I call him a third time. It rings out. At that point, it's like 3:15, and the room just feels dark. I feel my stomach drop. My heart is shaking. My body is shaking. I am going to not go back home. So I call him one more time. And I do a nice little prayer like, God, please, let him pick up. Let him pick this phone up. Please, God, please. I call him the 4th time. It rings twice. He finally picks up. Oh my God. And he sounds tired. He's like, what happened? Where are you? I thought you came back from the club already. I'm like, no, I'm here in the club, and I'm freaking out because it closes in an hour, and I'm stuck here. I'm going to be stuck here. Please, 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 come here and get me, please. I beg of you. So he's like, okay, I'm gonna get up, I'm gonna get changed right now. I'm gonna come get you. God, let him get to me now. So he gets here at like 3:30. I'm in the club waiting for him, just shaking in the low corner like, oh, no one talk to me, don't touch me. I just want to wait for him. So it's 3:30 and then he's finally here. I see him outside the club. The bouncer lets him in. I give him the biggest hug, like, oh my god. Like, I literally just felt like an angel came for me from the heavens. Like, you're here to save me. So we leave the club and then he's trying to find an Uber just like me, and I'm telling him the issue I had, like they can't find us because it's a construction thing. They can't find us and we can't tell them about it. He's trying to do that, so then we both can't even freaking get the lift back home either again, so now we're both stuck. Now, you're probably looking at me like, bitch, you got your stuff stuck and now you got him stuck as well. Because of you, your antics, you want to be a little treat. We're walking around the Paris streets in the middle of the night. We walk to a bank section to wait around to try to call something. We walked past a McDonald's that was kind of open but not really, but we just stood there for like a little shelter and safety so we could think about our next plan of action. And there was like, okay, we're gonna try to call this Uber where it's like you walk to a certain point and you meet up with them. So he managed to figure that system out, and then we were able to walk to a location point and we found the Uber driver. When I tell you, all I can hear is hallelujah, 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 hallelujah. The heavens were calling to me. Yes! I'm going home! I'm going home! So we got in the car and then it was like a 30-minute ride home. And it was also like a join ride. So we were with two other guys that needed a ride home too, with like different connection points. So we were in the car talking to them. Brendan was talking to them about the craziest things, like, oh, you guys sell? What are you guys selling? I was like, I'm trying to get home safe, and you talking to these people about off the truck goods just to make conversation with them because they bored. I'm in the corner of my seat just like, oh my god, take me home, take me home. And we finally got home. And the thing is, the weird thing is when we get there, the hotel locked us out because the door would not open, and then we're knocking, and it's freezing. We're both freaking tired. We're knocking, and then finally the bellhop guy comes to open the door for us because he sees that we live there currently. So that's pretty much it about the story, guys. That's how I almost got kidnapped. When I tell you, when I saw that German man and he kept trying to talk to me, I just felt like if I had even thought about going anywhere near him, I was going to die, get sex trafficked, get chopped up. My body would be in different parts of the earth. Like, no, I was not having with that guy that night. But thankfully, Brendan came to save the day and saved me. And now, because of that, we can plan future vacations. You can't kill a baby. So that was basically it for this story time, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Like, subscribe, comment, and I'm gonna see you in the next video.